your bad self?
I was so embarrassed because I remember, like, no, people weren't laughing at me, but I just felt like, oh my God, like I'm stuttering. I can't get through it. I just started reading, and I just started reading the things that I enjoyed. I started reading the things that brought me joy, the things that would make me laugh, or that I just really found interesting. The passion is really what fuels you. So when you have that passion and to be able to identify that, I think that helps you even as a leader.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Lightroom Testimonies, Season 2, Episode 3. Listen, y'all know how I do. This is your girl Milana B. And we have a special guest with us today, y'all. Listen, I like my guests to introduce themselves because nobody can introduce ourselves better we can do ourselves, okay? So now it's not the time to be humble.
Okay.
I need you to tell these people who you are. And I need you to pop your stuff, Tony. Like,
You need me to, Lord.
Pop it.
Okay. How much time I got?
Oh, go ahead with your bad self.
No, let me not give a resume. Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me here. I'm so glad to be able to be here. I remember when we were talking about this, and you was like, I got to have you on my podcast, so thank you for having me here. My name is Tony Benton Jr. I'm an Emmy-nominated talk show host, news anchor, reporter. I've worked in radio, television, theater, film, all of those different type of things. Worked with organizations from BET, Viacom, Good Morning America, almost every news station here in Atlanta. I am big in nonprofit and social impact. I received the Joseph R. Biden Volunteer Service and Lifetime Achievement Award back in 2023 for the work that I've done just over the years within community and nonprofit. And then currently in my day-to-day, I work as the Program and Communications Director for Usher's New Look, Usher's nonprofit organization, where I help youth between the ages of 14 to 25 find their passion and their spark, and also be able to figure out how do they access the tools needed to be able to access opportunities to help them figure out what they do. And on the side from that, I am the founder and CEO and host and producer of the Rep Zone. That's a media company and media experience company that also does PR services. And I have a podcast that I host and executive produce called The Lit Individual Show.
When I tell you that list goes on and on and on and on, you popped it. And that's exactly what you were
But I tried to fit it in.
do.
I hope I fit it in.
No, you did it. You did it. Like what?
Yeah,
He gave y'all the whole resume.
not the whole.
The whole resume.
You can check out my LinkedIn though.
Check out the LinkedIn, okay? Tony is all about leading with purpose. And that's literally why I wanted this man to come on this show, because he's really going to tell y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to show y'all with his action how he leads with purpose. And, you know, we all have a purpose in this life. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how you lead with purpose.
Okay.
And how you became Tony. Okay?
Ooh. Okay.
We're going to talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, okay? You're a host, producer, and leader in your space. But before all of that, before everything that you carry today, who was Tony, for real?
Who is Tony or who was Tony?
Who was Tony?
Like growing up Tony?
Yes, growing up.
Well, at the end of the day, I feel like Tony is very much the same person from when I was growing up to who I am now. Matured, evolved, but like I still have a certain childlike wonder. I still have a certain optimism. I still have a passion and joy for what I do, in every sense of the word.
Yes.
So growing up, I come from the South Side, Clayco.
Okay, Clay.
South side of Atlanta. If you flew into Atlanta, you flew into Clayco. And I grew up very much single parent household. Me, my mom, and my grandma. I grew up stuttering. I grew up reading below reading level, probably because of my stutter. And all of that really kind of triggered what my purpose then became. So as I was figuring out what, I was doing, like not even what I wanted to do in life, but as I was just figuring out as like a 7-8-year-old kid, I knew I had a stutter and I knew I was struggling reading. For whatever reason, in church, my choir director had asked, because I was in the choir, she had asked if anyone would run it to rap to a song.
Ooh.
And I was not thinking about rapping. I don't come from a musical family. My grandma could sing, but I didn't come from like a musical family. So I was like, Mom, I want to rap to this song for the choir. So we went home, we wrote a rap together, came back, she enjoyed it, and I was performing it. After that, I started a rap career. This is where Young Praiser comes into the picture. So, yeah, Young Praiser, or as I then grew up in my teenage years, T-Rep the Young Praiser. T-Rep stands for Tony Representing Everything Positive. Yes, so I come from like a rap background. I'm Stellar nominated. And yeah, had just been doing music for that time period, started reading more, started finding out, as I could rap and write music, I just started getting more interested in words and wordplay. So I began to read, but I found out the best way I could read is by reading things that I enjoyed. So I loved the Junie B. Jones, the Captain Underpants.
I used to
Yeah,
read
the
those.
Scholastic Book Fair.
Okay.
I'm aging myself, but if you know, you know.
Yep,
And
we
if
used
you
to have
don't
that.
know, sorry. Scholastic Book Fair, best time of the year.
Yes.
So I enjoyed like going in and reading like these fun books. And then as a young adult, my first book I chose to read was How Did You Do It, True It, which was how the creator of Chick-fil-A made Chick-fil-A. It was just finding stuff that you enjoy doing. So from there, now I took that as my testimony. I used to stutter and read below reading level. Now I get paid to talk and read. And I've been a news anchor and I've been on television and now
Won't he do it?
I talk. Yes, he will. And he did. And he's still doing.
He always do.
I get up here and start shouting.
Oh my God.
So if you ask who is Tony aside from whatever nominated, whatever award winning, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a friend, I'm a godfather, I'm a child of God, I'm a Georgia State student, I'm a Clayco kid, I'm a young boy from the South Side, I had a stutter, all of those things. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do good. That's all I'm trying to do.
Spit something real quick.
I said I used to rap
You used
back
to.
in the day. I challenge you this. Look up Young Praiser.
Young Praiser.
Prayzr.
Oh,
T-Rep the Young Praiser if you, yeah.
So you ain't got none in you no more.
To spit right now.
Spit right now on the spot.
You got it. You got to go and look it up.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this. I have been itching. So if I do start rapping again, I'll come back on this show.
Okay.
And you'll be one of the first.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay now. And he was in the choir.
Yeah, I started off in the choir.
I know.
I feel like most people who do music start off in
They
the choir.
start off in the choir. So like
John Legend, Usher, people start off in the choir.
So like you don't want to spit nothing, but you don't want to hit nothing either. Like a.
I'm definitely not a singer.
Oh.
Definitely not with an A.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I like what you're trying to do though.
You see it?
I love what you're trying to do.
display some of your more of your talents. You get what I'm saying? Let them see what we want to see.
You never know, because I've made very much to do something soon. But you never know. But for right now, if you want to see at least the story I'm talking about growing up, like when I was a kid, I was a teenager, Google Young Praiser or T-Rep.
Y'all heard that? Go Google that. Like as soon as you done watching this.
Go get that.
And book fair, I remember. First of all, I always used to get the Junie B. Jones book. Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yes.
Captain Underpants. I even remember getting my first real book that I actually loved. That was Deep, Dark, and Dangerous. That's what it was called, Deep, Dark, and Dangerous. I loved that book. Ooh, it was suspense, thriller. I love.
Did you read the Twilight books?
I love Twilight. Did I finish a book? No, because as soon as the
long.
movies came out,
it was over with.
Why
Why read them?
read them?
But people would always say that the books are better, and that's one of the things I think about reading. People always say that the books are better than the movies.
Yeah,
no matter who you cast, no matter how good the acting is, go and reading a good book.
Yeah.
And and also, I didn't appreciate reading as much as I growing up because remember I had that stutter, and I think that affected me reading. But as I get older, I love just being peaceful.
Yes.
Even an audiobook.
I like audio too.
That's why podcasts I think are so hot because people just put it on, listen.
Yep. When you're driving, when you out,
Exactly.
Literally when you in your room chilling, cooking and cleaning, you get what I'm saying? That's a good option to have too.
And if you're in a book club, that's a good way to keep up.
Ooh, I would love to join a book club.
Start a book club.
Start a book
The
club.
Lightroom book club.
That's actually cute. I like that. Y'all see him dropping gems, giving ideas. Okay. We got to figure out, first you got to find people that can read. And then, build that community.
What if they can't read, but this helps them to start reading more?
That's a good way, too.
But you got to have some readers up in there, though.
We gotta have
so
some
you
readers
can
to
rub
teach.
shoulders. Yes,
That,
got to
you know
rub
what I'm saying?
shoulders. Got to
Yeah.
inspire a little
Yeah,
bit.
never too late to learn.
No, ever.
Like, you always learning, you always growing.
Mm-hmm.
So, was there ever a moment that really challenged you and forced you to grow into the man that you are today?
Was there a moment that challenged me? There's been moments for sure.
But a specific moment.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So, I told you, had a little bit of stutter, struggling reading. I remember when the CNN Center was the CNN Center, at some point, I want to say I was maybe like 12, 13, and I had gone to the CNN Center, and they had like a simulation. Like, you could sit at a news desk, read a teleprompter, and they would have like a story of the day or something like that. And I remember wanting to try that out. And I went in there, sat at the news desk, and mind you, it's like if I'm sitting at the news desk, it's me and the camera, but then there's a glass wall, so people who are walking by can be able to stop. So they can stop, they can watch, and it plays on the outside, out there. I remember reading it and butchering it so bad.
Oh, God.
I was so embarrassed because I remember, like, no, people weren't laughing at me, but I just felt like, oh my God, like I'm stuttering, I can't get through it. And my mom, we had ended up getting the tape because it was important to go back and watch that. And from there, I was like, I have to change this. I have to start figuring out what it is that I need to do to be able to read better, to read more, to change the trajectory of just where I was going, because I hated popcorn reading. Oh, in school with somebody reading, and then it's like, stop, and then they got to call on you. I would hate when they would call on me. And I was like, I didn't like to continue to have this feeling. So what did I have to do? I just started reading, and I just started reading the things that I enjoyed. I started reading the things that brought me joy, the things that would make me laugh, or that I just really found interesting. And that was the best thing that I think I could have done. So I think that would have been that moment.
Yeah.
Because
really
it was like, that sometimes a sense of embarrassment or a sense of like, I cannot believe how bad that was, will make you really say, okay, I need to figure out, let me pull up my big boys and let me figure this out.
And you're not the only one that goes through that either. Like, my little brother, he stutters too. He has a stutter problem. Yeah. But he's getting better and better. Every time that I see him, he's getting better and better. He goes to UGA too, and he's very smart. Yeah. Very smart. So, yeah, like, those challenges build you, build your character, makes you want to make that change and everything like that to do better.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Y'all taking notes. Okay. How do you handle pressure when people are looking to you for direction and guidance?
It's interesting because I make it clear I do not have all the answers. Only one person has all the answers, and he's not even human, right? So I don't have all the answers. But what I do believe in is, if I don't know the answer, finding someone that does know the answer. I believe in giving advice that you would not have to Google, or giving advice that you would not just hear from any or everybody. I'm also cautious in the way that I do give advice or do, advise based off of if someone's actually asking me for my advice. Sometimes your friends just want to vent. Sometimes they just want to talk to you. They just want you to be a listening ear. They don't always want a response. So these are things I believe that I do to avoid that pressure, because I know that people come to me for issues, problem solves, relationships, all of these different type of things. And I love being someone who can help other people. That's what I feel like when you talked about purpose at the very beginning. My purpose is to be there for others. My purpose is to pour into others, to fuel others. I'm a people's person. So, I understand the role that I play in many lives when it comes to just wanting that. So that sometimes is pressure. I hope I'm saying the right thing. I hope that I'm, giving them advice that they can use. I'm hoping that what I'm saying is not going to hurt them or discourage them, but push them and motivate them, maybe light a fire, because I believe that also, you got to be the one to tell the real, right? What is it? Like, to give examples, it would be all the way down to when I would do the news, I would really, I'm not going to use the word hate, but I would strongly dislike when I would be on the news or about to go on air and like maybe my tie is a little bit off, or I'll have something like, in an eyebrow or on my hair, and I'm like to my producer or my director in my ear, I'm like, let me know if there's something. And a lot of people, they don't want to tell you because they don't want to, seem like they be in no type of way. But no, you're really looking out if you're doing that, right? What is it? And I'm gonna be 100% real, and because we all have dealt through this, whether we want to believe it or not. So we're talk show hosts, right? We're hosts. We talk on red carpets all the time. Growing up, when I was rapping and all of that, sometimes my mom would pull me to the side and be like, Tony, your breath is hot. And I was like, okay, well, I'm getting offended in this and this and that. And it's like, well, no, when you talk all the time,
yes,
you got to make sure that, you're keeping a fresh mouth, right? So I began to just do things like keep gum on me, keep mints on me. And now my friends are like, hey, Tony, you got some gum? Yes. Or I'll offer people gum and they're like, hey, you say my breath stink? No, I'm looking out because I just know how it can be. Yes. That's an example of I just know how it can be. So otherwise, the things that people don't tell you, I don't mind telling you. I don't mind, I try to keep it. I try to keep it cute, and also try to be cognizant of how people feel and digest things, because there's people a lot more blunt than I am. But I try to be very cognizant in knowing if I don't tell you, or if you don't hear it from me, you're going to hear it from someone else, especially the youth that I serve or work with within Usher's New Look. I'm like, hey, if you don't hear it from me, you're going to get fired from someone else. Or you're going to get chewed out from someone else. And you're going to think that, this is that the world's treating me bad. No, this is how it is. And you just wasn't ready. So all of these things are examples as to, it's sometimes pressure to be the person who's giving advice and to be the strong friend. Right? It's heavyweight, but when you know how to try to navigate that, and then you also find people who can be there for you and to pour into you. I'm very big on that in the relationships that I keep. Like, it can't just be you call me with your problems all the time. I might not tell because I'm very Gemini coded. I'm a Gemini. Yes, I know. We have a terrible rap, but I am one of the good ones.
Okay.
But like, it's one of those things where I don't really share. I don't really share how I feel. Sometimes I do. When I do, I do. Yeah. But otherwise, when I don't, like, I'm very, very introverted. So when I do find people who are in my close circle who I can pour into, it's extremely important to try to find those people. And it's still even a battle, right? Yes. We don't want to feel like we're burdening other people with our problems or with our stressors or with things like that. But it takes a village. We cannot keep it all in. And I'm still fighting that. I'm still working on that.
Yes, it does take a village. And listen.
That's why I drink some water.
Okay, you get what I'm saying? Listen, what you said was so real. Like, there are going to be people that be straight up with you and that has the best interest at heart. Like, literally going to tell you what it is and what it ain't.
Or don't have your best interest at heart, but still tell you what it is and what it ain't.
That too. But then there's also people that will literally watch you, like, have something wrong with your hair, have something in your teeth, and stuff like that. And they don't want to tell you because they don't want you to have that shine, that glow about you. You know what I'm saying? Because they want that glow and they want that shine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've been there before where, first of all, we're talking all the time. We get dry mouth. Drink water, y'all. Be hydrated. Like, drink water, be hydrated. Like, you will get dry mouth.
Some chapstick on.
Like, chapstick, have a mint, gum, mint, breath spray, something like that. So that way nobody will have to say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Just be cautious about that, because that has happened to me before. A homegirl told me, she was like, girl, you need a mint. I took that. At first, I was like, dang, you trying to tell me my birthday? She was like, you just been talking all day, so I'm not going to lie.
She's like, yeah, I am, but.
She was like, yeah, you gonna need a little mint. So I was like, okay. Eternally, I took that in like, then that could have hurt my feelings. But then I'm like, I'm glad she told me, because I've been in these people's face all day, and they ain't say a doggone thing.
So next time you see Tiana Taylor, she looking like, you
that girl. No, like, absolutely.
And Tiana Taylor, we know, we've met her. She's not like that.
She's not like that. She's so sweet.
But some people, like you said, will just, they may not express that.
Yes.
So I love that when you have, that's when people talk about girl, a homeboy's homeboy. Like, when you were looking out for, that's how you.
Yes, like, girl, tell me I got spinach in my teeth. Tell me.
That eyelash coming off. Tell me, you need to just push that back. If something.
Tell me my leave out. I got locks. So, but tell me my new growth sticking out or something like that.
Fix the strap on the dress.
Yes.
Look out for each other.
Tell me my big toe look funny. I can't do nothing about that, but you know what? I'll try to get them done, paint a little bit different. You feel me?
In the moment.
In the moment. I don't know.
You gonna do all that right there
I'm
in the
just
moment.
trying to find something to like, but still, like, we need those friends, those honest people in our life that's really looking out. You get what I'm saying? And that's why it's important to be that friend also.
You get what you put out.
Put out into this world. It's full circle. Full circle. Full circle. With your relationship with God, what has He taught you about leading, serving, and showing up for others? Like, when it comes to your business.
Yeah. So I think that one of the most powerful things is that, and I've learned this through my relationship with God, I've learned this through organizations I've been a part of, and that at the end of the day, leadership and the best type of leadership are servant leaders. Those who are able to recognize that they're in a certain position, whether that's a position of power, whether that's a position of responsibility, whether that's a financial position, whatever position that God has put you in, that you've made it to, that you're in, it's ideally so that you're serving others. Like if you're the CEO of Sam's, let me not say a specific company. If you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, if you're the CEO or the president of a specific nonprofit or organization, your job is to serve your customers. Your job is to serve the communities that you serve. Your job is to serve the constituents that you have, regardless of whether you're making 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, whether you're, at an amusement park, whatever that looks like, your job is to be a servant leader. And that's, otherwise, if you're not a servant leader, you're what we call a dictator. And those are those who do everything for self-gain. Those are the ones who do everything for me. I need to have my picture on the wall. They need to know that I did it. I had a mentor tell me one time that most of the time, most of the greatest things that you will do, people will never know about. The things that you would need to be honored for, most of the times you will probably not be honored for. And when you click into that and realize that the work that you're doing is more about the impact than the inventory or the finances, what legacy are you leaving? So I think that's when I also talk about purpose, because the people normally, a lot of the times, they'll do something, might make a lot of money, get stuck on the money, but the money will go away because you really don't have passion or purpose in it, right? It kills me when people are doing music, for example, because it's crazy to say, easy to blow up as an artist now. But you see all these other artists that are struggling or that have been in the game for 20, 15 years, and now you how do you see that difference? But those people who have put in that work for 20, 15 years, they have more longevity. They'll be able to have more longevity versus someone who went viral off of one song, got a good little check, but now they don't want to really do music. So they don't want to have the passion of writing or caring about their stage presence or, and this is just one industry example. But the passion is really what fuels you. So when you have that passion and to be able to identify that, I think that helps you even as a leader, because also as a leader, it's so true what they say. It comes a lot of responsibility, so it's later night calls. Sometimes it might be you're working on the weekend. You may have to work on a holiday. You may have to, put in some extra hours. You may have more people calling you, asking you for approval or asking you for your thoughts and your this and your that and your resources. They begin to ask you for more. So all of these things come. Everybody want to be the boss until the bill come around, right? Or everybody want to be the boss until it requires you to stay a couple hours later. Everybody want to be a leader until it requires that the stuff that you don't see, and that's all the glitz and glam. Like we see the mayors and the leaders, and they out at the red carpets and they out at the this and that, but y'all don't see when they gotta stay late and put in work and getting calls late at night.
Right.
Y'all see the actors on the red carpets. They see us on the red carpets, and they see us working with these celebrities and working with these companies and that company, but they don't know that we had to be up for this amount of time, and that we had to stay late for this amount of time. But also after we did the red carpet for this event, now we had to go inside the house, but then now we got to go to the after party. But we're not partying at the after party. We got to work the after party. But y'all don't see all that. Y'all just see the pictures that we taken on the red carpet. So I think that that's one of the most important and most powerful things about leadership is being a servant leader, because that's what takes you back to it. My first job was Chick-fil-A, and I'll never forget seeing and really just watching the managers, like they're bagging, they're at the register taking orders. Sometimes they might clean the bathroom, not as much as the rest of us, but they're out there making sure that your food is taken care of in the drive-through. They're nowhere above anyone else when it comes to those responsibilities. And that's one of the things I loved about that philosophy of leadership, even at my first job or at a restaurant. So leadership is everything in the regards of communication, in regards of just doing a lot of things.
Yes, and look, leading is not easy. Like, being a
It's
leader,
much easier to be a follower.
it is much easier to
it's
be a
much
follower.
easier to
It's
be a
more
follower.
simpler, but you know what? It's crazy because I like it's just in people. Like it's just in a person to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And not a follower. You could choose to be a follower, but being a leader is actually in you. Like
Because true leaders can choose when to follow.
yes, because it's in you. Like you know, like okay, I'm not born to be no follower. I'm born to make my own ways, my own moves, and everything like that. And whoever comes, comes, and whoever don't. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, but I think that knowing the difference is extremely important.
Yes.
Because you can lead and be a natural born leader, but if you come out feeling like that's the worst leader. Is you think you know everything.
Yes.
You think that because you whatever that you can't ever learn anything else. Like you said, you're always a student. Especially like you 24, 25, you 35. Like there's always 45. There's always someone else who has more experience,
Yes.
who's been in that predicament, who's just trying to express so that you don't have to go through those same issues. So that's why I say the best leader knows when to follow. Because even if you're a leader on a specific team, you have a photographer because you expect that person is an expert in photography.
Yes.
You have a producer to let them be the producer. You have these different things, and you ideally bring in your team. You have your board, you have your council, your Congress, your Senate, your whatever it is that is your team, to ideally say, okay, yes, I might know a little bit about all of these, but I'm trusting that you're in this job and in this position, so I'm going to let you cook. If I agree, awesome. If I disagree, let's talk about it.
Okay.
But that is, again, the best type of leadership is knowing, okay, well, I don't need to try to do everything.
Yes.
I got to be at least focused on being the best leader that I can by letting them be great, but also stepping in and helping where I can.
Yes, and with age comes wisdom. Like you said, you're always a student. Don't ever think you're too good to learn something new, like from someone else, please. I can't stand when people be blocking their own blessings by not learning from somebody else. I'm trying to tell you. Because
sometimes just be quiet.
Learning is growth.
Yes.
Like, you're growing. Like, you don't want to stop growing. You don't want to stop learning.
Mind you, your brain is literally a muscle.
Yes! So, strengthen that muscle.
Otherwise, it's going to sit and wither away.
Okay, Tony, you be talking like you just old.
Ah! Oh, my God.
Tony, you do be talking like you old.
So, growing up, I was Uncle Tony. I'm not an uncle at all, but yes, I do have an older spirit. I was one of them kids who was always at the adult table because my mom, like, I was the only child, so my mom would be like, "Why have him over there isolated? He needs to sit and hear the conversation." So I would always be the youngest in my friend group, and I would be like 15, hanging out with like 19-year-olds.
That used to be me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yes, I do have an older soul, an older spirit. I'm I guess unk status, but I'm in the big bro age range. So
I was just like, he talking about some. I used to a long time ago, years ago.
I speak in closed mouths, don't get fed, don't beat the horse to death. Yeah,
like,
I use all those.
He's not old.
Catch me at the vinyl store.
He trying to act like I'm not going to say no age because y'all going to get on here and be like, oh, so you think this age is old? No, we're all
But
useful.
I do have a birthday coming up.
Okay.
It's up to you to figure it out.
Ooh.
But she'll be there.
Okay, so look. How would you, or how do you stay grounded while growing in influence and responsibility?
Yes. So my mom told me growing up, as quick as God gave it to you, he can take it away. As quick as God gave it to you, he can take it away. So that's important for me to recognize that whatever blessing I receive, I could not have. And if I receive that blessing, it could still no longer be mine.
Yes.
Things happen each and every day. Singers could lose their voice. It's people who do extreme, hand movements and leg movements who could be in a car accident the next day. I've had friends who have from being shot to being in car accidents to all different type of situations to where life is short. And it's important to understand that you need to enjoy life. You need to enjoy what you do. I tell our young people all the time, I'm like, our young people, I'm a young person. I tell our youth within the ages 14 to 25 that we serve, I tell them, I'm like, you don't want to settle. You know how you go to restaurants or stores and you like, I know they hate their job. Don't be that person. Like, it's one thing to work and do what you have to do. I get it. It's another thing to just be unhappy and settle for years. Years, just be unhappy, and I'm just trying to make it through. I'm just trying, no, don't just make it through. If you look up and you say, oh my gosh, I've been here for 10 years and I'm unhappy. It's another thing if you've been 10 years and you got 3 promotions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
if you're going to
true.
be at the same company for 15, 20 years, at least work your way up. At least be happy to where it's like, look, I'm going to flip these burgers, and I'm the best burger flipper ever. And then that's a whole other conversation. But otherwise, SpongeBob loved what he did. Okay?
SpongeBob
But
loved it.
otherwise, don't be Squidward. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, all jokes aside, like if you're not gonna be SpongeBob enjoying what you do every day,
Yes.
don't be at least Squidward to where you just so unhappy and miserable, and where other people's joy makes you it makes you unhappy. So that's what keeps me grounded. That's what keeps me grounded.
Yes, I love that. And I love that don't be so miserable in your life to where you literally trying to make that next person who is very happy about make them feel like they're doing too much.
Misery loves company.
They love it. Like, man, gone.
Gone
You gotta
away.
tell them, gone away, shoo away.
Bye bye.
Get away from that energy because your energy alone makes 10 times more energies near you. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
allergic to negative energy.
Okay, please.
I chew.
Chew, chew, chew. So look, what's one word to describe the season God has you in right now and why?
One word to describe the season I'm in right now. My instinct is transformation, but I feel like I've gone through a few transformations. I'll say a rebirth.
Rebirth.
I say rebirth because I'm about to enter. Well, it's without saying my age, but I'm about to enter a big chapter, like a big next chapter of my life, right? So I'm moving from, I'm no longer in. Essentially, I'm still a young adult. Care what you say, but I'm essentially like really entering to where I'm grown. I've been the teenage rapper. I've been the young praiser. I've been the all different type of things as a young lad. I've had a lot of people say they've watched me grow up, but to now know I'm really entering this chapter of adulthood.
Yeah.
Like my friends are really out here having kids and getting married. Like we really out here taking trips. Like the bills are changed. Like what is it? I'd never forget the first time I went to a cookout in my late 20s, and I was like, where are the people on the grill? And they said, we got to be on the grill. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, we are really the ones cooking breakfast in the morning, taking care of the kids, asking to be godparents and really having to live up to it. We the ones whose nieces and nephews are calling asking for college, for pizzas and hey, my mama bothered me and I need you to come and help. Like they really calling us. So now that's letting me know it's time for us to really begin to look at the next generation. So however I can be helpful to be able to pour into, so that's why I say a rebirth. I've got some friends that I've lost, and not like life, well, some in life, but like might have known them for 10, 15 years, but we just don't talk anymore. We might not be friends anymore. We go on our separate ways. But then I have a lot of new great people coming into my life, who spiritually, helping just with self-discovery, and all of these great things. So it's embracing a rebirth
Yes.
of that. I'm entering a new chapter and a new channel, a new era of my life, and I'm ready for it. I'm excited. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be great, and yeah, it's just getting started. So much more life to live.
Mm.
So
So
yeah,
much more
let's get
life
our
to
rebirth.
live. Rebirth. I love that. Listen, I am proud of you. I am. I'm so proud of you. First day we talked at that doggone, well, that wasn't the first day, but when we talked at that airport, connected, like I really got to hear your testimony. Like it just felt like we were knowing each other for a long time and we didn't. You get what I'm saying? But I really do appreciate those talks because it makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. We're in alignment with each other, and I really do appreciate you coming here on the show. Like I'm so excited because you busy. You a busy guy.
You
man,
kind of out here. The studio, we kind of out here.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like I really do appreciate you for real. I got you a little something, okay? So don't worry about it. But I just want to say I got you a little something. I'm so appreciative for you coming. I'm proud of you on your journey. I'm always gonna support you. Let me know how. And yeah, tell these people where they can follow you, support you, any future projects you got coming up?
For sure, yes. So you can follow me on all social platforms, Tony Benton Jr. TV. You can also go to my newly launched website, TonyBentonJr.com, and then also follow the Rep Zone, the Lit Individual Show. All of that is on my Instagram. You can find out more on social media. And I know we got to wrap up, but I just want to give my props to you. I'm proud of you. I remember those conversations in the airport, but also like I just remember the first time I met you, and I was like, look at her working, like look at her getting it, look at her doing what she's about to do. You look good. You look good doing it, and at the end of the day, you have a godly glow. You definitely can look at you and tell that you have the spirit within you. Shout out to you. Shout out to your team. Your entire team has been great since I've been able to be here. So yes, I would love to come back anytime so I can let you know whenever I start doing maybe music again.
Please. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. They want to hear it, okay?
I got you.
Yes. Well, look, I just want to say thank you to you guys, too, for tuning in and watching yet another episode. We do love and appreciate y'all so much. If you liked what you saw today and it resonated with you, which I know you did, because he dropped some gems, okay? Please make sure y'all like, tap in, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, like, please. We got you. We love you. We're growing together. So I'm so excited for the rest of this season. Please tune in for more. We have more coming for you guys. And yeah, love you. It's your girl Milana B. Bye. We out.